Question 4. A large college produces 3 magazines. One magazine is about green issues, one is about equality, and one is about sports. A student at the college is selected at random, and the events G, E, and S are defined as follows. G is the event that the student reads the magazine about green issues. E is the event that the student reads the magazine about equality. S is the event that the student reads the magazine about sports. The Venn diagram, where P, Q, R, and T are probabilities, gives the probability for each subset. Part A, find the proportion of students in the college who read exactly one of these magazines. So for part A, we are looking at the sections which are representing exactly one, which will be this 0.08, 0.36, and 0.09. So we can just add these probabilities to find that. And if we work that out on the calculator, that gives us 0.53. The next part says, no student reads all 3 magazines, and the probability of G is equal to 0.25. Part B, find the value of P, and for part B2, find the value of Q. So first, we've been told that the probability of G is equal to 0.25, which means if we add all the probabilities in the G set, which is 0.08 plus 0.05 plus P plus Q, these should give us 0.25. We've also been told that no student reads all 3 magazines, and this is the section which represents all 3 magazines being read. And because no students read all 3 magazines, that means for part 1, we can say that P is equal to 0. For part 2, we can then substitute P into the equation that we've made previously, which is 0.08 plus 0.05, and because P is 0, we can now eliminate that and just write it as plus Q is equal to 0.25. We can simplify this and write it as 0.13 plus Q is equal to 0.25, and therefore Q would have to be equal to 0.12. The next part says, given that the probability of S occurring given E is equal to 5 over 12, part C, find the value of R, find the value of T. So for part C, if the probability of S given E is equal to 5 over 12, that means that we can write the probability of S given E as the probability of S intersecting with E divided by the probability of E. And this should give us 5 over 12. So the probability of S intersecting E has to be P plus R, and the probability of E is 0.05 plus 0.09 plus P plus R, and this should be giving us 5 over 12. We already know that P is equal to 0, therefore for the numerator we can just write this as R, and in the denominator we can simplify this as 0.14 plus R, and this is equal to 5 over 12. If we cross multiply this to make it linear, we can write this as 12R is equal to 5 multiplied by 0.14 plus R, and if we expand the brackets, that would be 12R is equal to 0.7 plus 5R, and if we minus 5R on both sides, this will be 7R is equal to 0.7, and if we divide both sides by 7, that means R is equal to 0.1. For part 2, in order to find T, we know that if we add all the probabilities in the Venn diagram, they should all add up to 1. So if we add the 0.08 plus 0.05 plus 0.09 plus Q, which we found to be 0.12, P is 0, so we don't need to write that, but we also found R to be 0.1, and if we add the 0.36 and T, this should all equal to 1. If we add all of this, this gives us 0.8 plus T is equal to 1, and therefore T would be equal to 0.2. Part D says, determine whether or not the events S intersects E dash and G are independent. Show you're working clearly. So to find the probability of S intersecting E dash, we would be looking at this section, which is S, but not intersecting with E. So to find that, we would do 0.36 plus Q, which is 0.12, and that gives us 0.48. To find the probability of G, we would have to add all the numbers in the set of G, which is 0.08 plus 0.05. P is 0, but Q is 0.12, and these give us a value of 0.25. In order to find if these are independent, we would first have to look for the probability of S intersecting with E dash and that intersecting with G. And that value is Q plus P, which is just going to be 0.12 because P is 0. We also then need to find the probability of S intersects E dash and multiply that with the probability of G. So the probability where S intersects E dash multiplied by the probability of G would be equal to the 0.48 that we found multiplied by the probability of G, which is 0.25, and that gives 0.12. So because the probability of S intersecting E dash and that subset intersecting G is equal to the probability of S intersecting E dash multiplied by the probability of G. From this, we can see that both these probabilities give us 0.12, and because the probability is equal, we can therefore say that they are independent.